Interested, he or she begins a probationary period. Today, David and a group of others have come with a volunteer to the hospital commissary for refreshment. What may seem like an ordinary and everyday experience to a child outside of the hospital is quite an achievement for David. In a group situation, he is getting along with others and actually enjoying the company of an adult and children his own age. Psychiatrists have found that it is a part of human nature that people will often hide inner problems from those around them. Revealing these problems often causes unrest, guilt feelings, and anxiety. And in an effort to avoid these distressing feelings, these personal problems are suppressed and hidden in the mind. David had such feelings of distress which he would like to avoid, and only after many months under the influence of the team is he brought to the stage where he will talk with the psychiatrist. David no longer fears the closed doors of a room, and although still shy about speaking of his innermost feelings and thoughts, he does cooperate. The psychiatrist, going along with David's shyness, uses a toy telephone to get him talking. We mentioned earlier, too, that children, because of their age and inability to use spoken language effectively, have difficulty expressing their feelings. So those who deal with mental illness in children must use other means through which the child might talk to them. Finger painting is one way. A few months ago, David might have drawn a picture showing his hostility, such as a dagger or gun poised over a human form. With his hostility talked out with the therapist and with the aid of tranquilizers, David's drawing now suggests inner calm. The psychologist and the psychiatrist may use projective tests to reach David's innermost thoughts. By projective tests, we mean such a test which allows David to read his own personal experience into it. To someone else, this is only a picture of a boy with a violin. But to David, it was a boy whose mother, who loved him very much, allowed him to take violin lessons because she wanted him to do things he liked. Casually, he mentions to the psychologist that his mother says he can learn to play the piano if he likes. Closest to David now is the attendant. At night, she may come in to tuck him into bed, read to him during the day, or help him with personal problems. David has learned to depend on the attendants in the children's unit, and because of the everywhere in good health, the social worker has controlled the visits of the parents so that they would only come when it was indicated the visit would not cause anxiety for David. The family members seem to have reached an understanding of one another, and the team feels David is ready to return home. This will not be the home he left by far. If all goes as expected, there will be much less friction, and depending upon one another, the family should continue to live in comparative peace. Life at the children's unit, meanwhile, will go on as usual. Perhaps another David will arrive tomorrow, and the team will be waiting.